Death in the RWBY series isn't something we see too often, but we know it's a part of the RWBYverse because of when Pyrrha and Penny died in Volume 3, and because we know Summer Rose is dead, or something along those lines. We all know death happens in the RWBY series. We hear about it almost every volume. We see people come close to death. So today I want to talk about who is going to die next. I've got a few people I want to talk about, but before I get into that, go down into the comment section below and let me know. Who do you think will die next? Or let me know who you would like to die next. Also, remember, if you enjoy this video and want to see more content just like this, go ahead and like the video and hit that big red subscribe button. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. So, to start this off, we're going to start with the character I think has the least chance to die, and that's going to be Ren. Now, I don't think in universe he has any reason to survive past volume 9, 10, 11, that area, but because he was originally voiced by Monty, I think that the Rooster Teeth is probably going to keep him alive as a memento for Monty, because Monty was the original writer of RWBY, if you didn't know that. Now, Ren is a really good character, and his semblance has evolved, so I don't think they'd kill him off in universe anyways, just because he's so far evolved the most out of all the characters. So while there would be sensible reasons to kill him off, I don't think he will die. I don't see any way that he will, but there is a small chance that he could die. I just don't see it happening. So after that, next up is going to be the one, the only, Cinder Fall. Now, Cinder will die by the end of the RWBY series. That's a given. We all know that. She will be dead by the end of the series. Okay. The issue with her this coming volume and the next few volumes after that is I don't know if she's going to die. I mean, she did just betray Salem and lie right to her face, so if Salem figures that out, she'll probably kill her. But I don't know. You really can't judge what Salem's going to do because she's kind of insane and she doesn't know what she's doing half of the time. So even though Cinder did betray her, I don't know how long it's going to take Salem to take action, but I could see her just outright killing Cinder in the next volume, or just Cinder getting killed in battle with another maiden in the next volume, say the Summer Maiden. I mean, I like Cinder, but at the same time I really hate Cinder, so I wouldn't mind if she died. But I don't know. I think Cinder has a pretty good chance to die, but I also don't see her dying in the next volume, or at least not being the next character to die. I mean, so that's why she's this high on the list. I don't know if she will die, but she will die eventually, but I don't know if she'll die next. So yeah, that's about it. So the third character I want to talk about today is none other than Jean Arc. Now, Jean is a character that I'm kind of surprised about how the community feels about him, because they feel just about the same as I do. They feel that his character has been ruined, and I saw that in a few comments on some of my videos, and I actually made a whole video on it that I'll link in the top cards if you guys want to watch it. But Jean is a special case character in this because I don't see him dying in the next volume just because he's in the Dreamland, unless he has to like sacrifice him to get everybody else out, but I don't see that happening. So next up we have when they reach Vacuo, and I completely see Jean dying because he's kind of an incompetent fighter that doesn't really know what he's doing, and he doesn't have any long range abilities. So if anybody has a long range ability, then he's at a severe disadvantage, which means Jean is probably going to die, because while I do think he is destined to fight Tyrion Kalos eventually, Tyrion just outclasses him at this point in time, and Jean is never going to reach the level that Tyrion is on, just because he's not capable of it at this point in time, and I do think he will die before he becomes capable of it. But let me know what you guys think, if Jean is going to die or not, because I've heard a lot of people say that they want him to die, and I don't completely agree with it, but I wouldn't mind it if he died, because I do think his character has been completely ruined. Now, there are some ways I could see him dying in the Dreamland, such as him sacrificing himself to get them out of there, or he sees Pyrrha as the dreamland is an in-between place, in between life and death, I could totally see him dying. Now, what him dying would do to the show is the real reason that he's on this list, because while he doesn't have an extremely high reason to die in universe, out of universe, for the fans, it would make RWBY a much better character, because she'd actually get so much character development from seeing him die, because they're such close friends. And you'd also be able to see him and Pyrrha reunite in the afterlife, which would be a very bittersweet moment, because we don't want them to reunite, because that would mean that they're both dead. But you do want to see them reunite because they just recognize their feelings for each other. So, again, let me know what you guys think. Will Jean die? Should he die? And we'll get on to the next character. Now, the next character I want to talk about is one Nora Valkyrie. Now, I have been reminded that Nora is kind of on a journey to self-reflection and finding who she is. I completely forgot about that. I'm not gonna lie, when I made my 5 reasons Nora won't live past Volume 9. But that doesn't take away from the fact that I still think that she will die here soon, if she dies in the series. Simply because Team Juniper is probably going to all die. It just makes sense for the overall story. They said it's not a fairy tale, but I don't see anybody from Team RWBY dying besides maybe Blake and Yang. But Weiss and RWBY are going to survive till the end of the series, in my opinion. But Nora is a special case because she's based off of Thor. Thor in Norse mythology died due to poison in Ragnarok. Now, if you don't know, Tyrion Kalos has poison, and Tyrion Kalos is also in Vacuo. And I made this a big point in my Nora video, but if Tyrion and Nora fight, and RWBY goes according to lore and who they base Nora off of, she will die in that fight. Whether she beats Tyrion or not, she will die in that fight. It's just a given. Now, the more I'm reminded of how they've developed Nora's character in the last couple of volumes, the more I realize that, she probably won't die in Volume 9, and I was wrong about that. So if you guys were offended by that video, I apologize. I don't think she will die in Volume 9 now. However, I do think she will die eventually, and she will be one of the next few characters to die. So, the last character I want to talk about today is Tyrion Kalos. Now, I 100% think Tyrion Kalos is going to die in Volume 9 or 10. There's just no way around it. He will die. And I think he will, in fact, be fighting Nora and Jean at the same time when he does die. Now, why do I think this? Well, Jean is currently in the Dreamland, and when he gets out of there, if Tyrion is still in Vacuo and he hasn't killed Nora yet, Jean will be hunting him down, and he will find him, because I guarantee you Tyrion will make an appearance in Volume 9 against Nora and Ren and Team Coffee, everybody there. Now, Jean will be hunting him down, whether Nora dies or not, because Jean really hates Tyrion. Now, when Jean eventually confronts Tyrion, Jean, Nora, Ren, probably Team RWBY, everybody's going to be there to confront Tyrion and Mercury. Now, if Emerald is there, Mercury will have a chance to slide over to Team RWBY's side. I don't really think that'll happen. I think Mercury is going to stay on Salem's side for another couple volumes. However, Tyrion will not have that option, as he will most likely be killed. And I say that because Tyrion, while he can definitely hold his own in a fight, is not going to beat every single one of the main cast after they've been trained by the Aesops in a fight to the death. It's just not going to happen. It's unfortunate. I love Tyrion, one of the greatest villains in the show, but he's not going to be able to make it out alive if he fights the entire main cast. And while I would love to see Tyrion die just because he's insane and he's a terrible person, he killed Clover, and he definitely does not deserve to be alive at this point in time. I think he deserves to live on as Salem's only member of the Inner Circle until she replenishes it. But I guess Cinder's part of her Inner Circle, but Cinder's kind of on the ropes. Like, I don't consider her to be part of Salem's inner circle. I consider her to be working for her own purposes. So, whatever you want to consider Cinder, I think Tyrion is like the only main person in Salem's inner circle. Anyways, Tyrion will most likely die, as we've seen Hazel die and Watts die in the last volume. Tyrion is going to die. We know that. And Tyrion will be dying to the main cast, maybe even Crow. I could see him and Crow battling when Crow gets to Vacuole, but that probably won't be until Volume 10 or halfway through Volume 9. And I don't think that'd be a very plausible way to go about it, because even though Crow is definitely a more skilled fighter than Tyrion, I think that Tyrion and Jon and Nora should all clash against each other, because that would just be a more entertaining fight, in my opinion. But anyways, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Let me know, again, who you guys think will die, or who you guys want to die. And once again, if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, hit that big red subscribe button for more content like this. I'm hoping to push more videos out before I go off to college here soon, so let me know what you guys want to see, because I'm very interested in you guys' opinions and what you guys want to see. And with that, that's going to wrap it up. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.